The situation was gonna die down, and it actually had died down. We was on to some new stuff. You know, all y'all Shade and all the other blogs had some new drama to post, and so we moved on. But Corey, as you guys know, he decided to go live on Facebook, and when he went live on Facebook, he yet again blamed me for something that I had nothing to do with, and I said, okay, all right, guys. So you know how you do I call it a Gideon prayer. By the end of that day, Corey had dropped. He had went on Facebook and decided, you know, I'll be the point of conversation. No problem. So with that being said, he was going live or whatever, and he made the comment talking about I had got his Instagram account shut down, and he started off with talking about his mom. And when he started off talking about his mom, he was basically saying that his mom had reached out to me because she wanted to talk to me woman to woman. I thought the situation was gonna end, that I blocked her, and that you know, I didn't respond to her. That's not true. And you know, I think, Corey, honestly, I think you believe that I was, you know, not gonna say anything, because that's what I would teach my team. You know, if somebody says something about you negative, don't comment, don't respond, don't go in the comments, don't engage. And I used to tell my old squad, like, do you ever see LeBron in the bleachers going back and forth with people? It's like, if you win and win, you know, ain't no need of defending if you should have took that shot, ain't no need of defending if you missed that shot. It's just keep playing the game. And that's kind of how I moved. And so I'm assuming, Corey, this is the reason why you keep coming up with this stuff you keep coming up with. And so with that being said, one, I'm gonna, you know, show you guys and that the message. So Corey basically had accused me of ignoring his mom and blocking his mother. First and foremost, let me explain. I am a grown, very, very grown woman. I believe and live by the motto, if I can say something to you in private, I should be able to say it again in public. I don't say anything I don't mind it being repeated, but what I do mind is when people start altering, you know, my statements and the things that I say and the demeanor in which I said it to benefit their needs, to try and make me look a certain way. And Corey, that's what you have done. And you know, I just want to correct you. I will show the message. Your mom messaged me and she simply said, hey Janay, this is Corey's mother. I'm trying to get in touch with you. And she said that the message. So on November 29th at 9:40 at night, I responded back to her. And I said, I'm not sure if this is old or not, but my number is da 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 da. Hopefully this is a peaceful call. That's what I sent your mom. And then after you send that, it says you can now call each other and see information like active status and when you've read messages. Then yesterday, after I, you know, got the notifications about the stuff you had said, I watched it and then I waved to her. And I said, it says you waved to Tiffany. And she said, hey, I don't know what type of game this is, you know, or whatever that you guys have decided to play. I don't know what would provoke you all to basically, you know, take something that is a private matter and make it into a public issue. But I feel like at this point, so much damage has been done that at this point, nothing can be done except for stating facts and, you know, dealing with you all with my attorney, as you all can see. And so on November 20th, a letter that my team had sent to him, and he was reading from the bottom of it, and basically he was stating that the community guidelines that he violated on any platform, because it said websites on any platform, that basically it could be grounds for his channel or anything to be taken down or deactivated. So this is the thing. I like that you think that I'm that powerful and I have that ability, but if I had that ability, boy, we all would have blue check marks. But I don't have that ability. And what was even funnier to me is that in less than an hour or 2 hours later, the person or team or whoever, one of the few, I don't know how that went, they basically took ownership for reporting you. But you didn't issue an apology. You didn't take back your words. You just let it be. And so because of that moment, because of my prayer, if I should pursue or not, a letter that my JQCGE, it was an insult and it hurt me dear. to my heart the way that you guys manipulated and twisted words and took stuff out of context and tried to make it into something that it wasn't. So it is now my mission, my job, my responsibility is to go ahead and to fact check everything that was said, to go ahead and allow people to know the truth of the situations, to let them know if I stole something, if I tried to lock people out their account, if I tried to make people sign contracts, or if I put together a bogus agreement and all this other stuff that I've been accused of. I feel like now is the time, because of the fact we're less than 24 days into going into 2019, and never am I going into a new year with this old mess. You know, and I believe that God allowed everything to come together at this moment because of the fact he wants me to get rid of this stuff so that way I can move forward. To JQCG, one thing that can't be taken away from me is that the favor of God has allowed me to create multiple ways for these families to eat and to live on, you know, penthouses, or, you know, to jump from house to house, you know, 4-bedroom houses, to drive exotic whips and, you know, get new cars, or to cash out and to do all of this stuff. That's a gift. That is definitely a gift, and I don't take it lightly. And I believe that if God has allowed me to do that, and he's allowed me not to just, you know, basically be successful in it, but to be above the status quo, to break records the way that we have, I'm like, okay, God, I'll take this lick. I'll take this lick. Can I hit back? He like, no, can't hit back. But you can state facts. Can't hit back. Just state facts. So there's gonna be a series of videos, basically. One thing that after this video dropped, the first video will be dropping about Neek and King, and it will be addressing the situation, because I would say Neek and King kind of put the fuel behind it. Well, not really, Corey put the fuel behind it because of the fact Corey name dropped. Neek and King followed behind it. Key and Rel jumped on that bandwagon. Who else jumped on that? Oh, Emmett Vaughn, my fault. Emmett Vaughn, not M, Vaughn actually was the one, I think, that kicked it off. It don't even matter. Well, all y'all had a whole bunch of stuff to say. And one thing that I love about me that my family absolutely hates, I am a low-key organized hoarder, meaning that I keep everything. And when I say everything, I mean everything. So, since text messages were opened up and, you know, private conversations were brought out, half of those private conversations were brought out, I said, you know, like you all say, after this video, you know, your supporters need to know the truth. And therefore, I'm gonna make sure that all of the truth is addressed. I'm gonna make sure that all the receipts add up. I'm gonna make sure that you all have a better understanding of who I am. You know, sometimes, you know, gotta expose light where it's dark, you know, and sometimes it has been dark for me. You know, sometimes I wanted to come out. Sometimes I wanted to be part of some of the stuff, like, you know, examples of Neek and King baby shower. I was there, but I had to move around, you know, cameras and stuff. Carmen's and Corey's gender reveal. No, it was a gender reveal I was at. I was at Carmen's and Corey's gender reveal, but I had to duck from the cameras and stuff because of the fact the way I felt about this team I had. I did not want them to suffer any effects of anybody thinking anything about me. So therefore, I thought it was important and imperative that nobody knew that I was managing this team. And so, you know, that has, you know, your support. At first we said that when everybody hits $1 million, we'll go ahead and we'll, you know, reveal who, you know, their manager was, on and on. And I basically was like, no, let's just, you know, keep going. And everyone basically has hit $1 million. Ari hit $1 million, Neek and King hit $1 million, Carmen and Corey hit $1 million, Ken and Dre, they just hit $1 million. Congratulations, by the way. I would have loved for you all to text me and said, you know, like, hey, here's our, you know, we hit $1 million or whatever, but I'll deal with that. Chris and Trey, you know, they have started their own channels, but they also have been growing. It's like, I take pride in that I can't take responsibility for that, because it was nothing but God that allowed these kids to grow like they did in a matter of 6 months. You know, like, these kids came to me in February. Our relationship just ended, what, 3 weeks ago. And how God has blessed. And at first we said that when everybody hits $1 million,